without further ado, we got the homeboy, the ultimate hustler, the brainchild of the rock, the king, Dame Dash on the line. What's going on, homie?
What's happening?
Nah,
I appreciate that.
no doubt, no doubt. Now, we got the Black Rock album, which is scheduled November 27th. We still rocking with that date?
Yeah, for sure. Ain't not changing that.
Definitely. Now, of course, Black Rock involves you work.
It's available in all digitally in all the independent stores.
Okay. No doubt.
You know, there's independent jobs. You know what I mean? We took a real hard stance about whack world. You know what I mean? And, you know, this world that makes us conform to a certain system, and you know, us paying record stores to sell our records, you know, in the form of a co-op, paying for people to play our records on radio, and paying for people to play our records on video. We just decided to do every single thing ourselves. So we did a deal directly with Sims, which is for all the indie retailers, all the mom and pop stores, no Best Buys, no Targets, none of that. And that's what we made available digitally. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So for the people up in Canada, are they going to be at the independent joints up here, or are they going to be through majors up here as well?
I think through indie stores as well. I got to check into that one for Canada, but I feel like it's still going to be just the indie record stores, man.
Okay. And if anything, of course, like you said, they can...
Taking advantage long enough.
No doubt. And like you said, of course, they can get it digital if it's not in any stores available. They can also cop it online, correct? Definitely. Now, of course, Black Rock involves you working with the Black Keys. How'd that whole thing come to be in terms of finding these guys and wanting to collab with you?
You know, I was a fan of theirs initially. You know what I mean? Like, my assistants went to a concert and they didn't invite me, and I was upset. And I didn't know who they were. Yeah. But when I asked them why they didn't invite me, they were like, yo, it's sold out. And I was like, well, y'all still going? You know, without me, and they're like, man, it's the Black Keys. So, you know, I consider them pretty cool. I respect their opinions on things. I look at them as opinion leaders. So I was like, all right, well, let me just hear these records. And I was hearing the Black Keys album, and I just started to listen to it a lot more. And, you know, I became a fan. It became like my theme song. You know, it was, you know, in my car, in my house, wherever I was at, I was playing Black Keys. So I just asked them to reach out to them, and they did. They reached back. And, you know, we were kicking it, and I was kicking with the manager. And, you know, I was like, it'd be interesting to see what would happen if we got into a studio with, like, Jim Jones and see what would happen. If nothing happened, it's cool. At least I get to hang out with, you know, artists that I am a fan of. And if something happens, you know, you get something like this. So, you know, everything kind of worked well. And, you know, we kind of had a good rapport with each other. And we, you know, we kind of love music, and we kind of love to do things, you know, without compromising the integrity of it. You know, it seems like they got a great career where they don't have to do so much videos and have a big hit record on the radio, but, you know, they're performing in front of 50, 60,000 people every time they perform, you know, and that's not a lot like. So, you know, we just move forward.
Definitely. Now, for the people that don't know, it's definitely a unique sound that you're bringing to the table. If you can let the people know the sound you're bringing and why you chose to go that route, rather than the traditional Dame Dash music, like hip hop obviously is the element people know you for, but you're definitely going outside the box and incorporating hip hop with rock.
Well, if you look at my career, you know, I mean, I've been very successful with, you know, Rockefeller, but, you know, the first person that I kind of signed that was against the grain was Kanye West. You know, at the time, you know, that kind of rapper wasn't so accepted, you know, in every walk of life. It was more, at least from Rockefeller, which is more kind of street-related rap. Then, you know, I did movies and projects like The Woodsman, you know, which wasn't anything urban. You know, I was doing projects like State Property. But, you know, and then even in clothing, when I sold my interest in rockwear, you know, I went and invested in Rachel Roy, which is a high-end designer line that a hip-hop guy like myself, you know, isn't usually expected to own. So, you know, when I was going to come back to that, I was completely not messing with music anymore because I was just kind of aggravated with the whack system and the whack people in it, and the whack way that they were compromising the integrity of the artist and their perspective on things. So I just was like, I'm going to just focus on fashion. But if I ever had the opportunity to come back, I'll have to come back and do something groundbreaking and different, and something that would make hip-hop, that would expand the perception of hip-hop. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I look at a lot of television, different nostalgia, and I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with seeing reruns of Beef and always, you know, hearing artists talking about what they're going to do to another artist. I think it's ridiculous, and I didn't want any part of that. And I just felt like, you know, this opportunity, I was going to take this show to the world that all kind of rappers, the good ones that the people don't talk about because it's not controversial, stick together and can be civil and do a record and also show their artistry by just coming into a studio with a rock and roll, a real credible rock and roll band, and right then and there writing a rhyme just for the love of music.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, where else you going to see Jim Jones in the same studio with Mos Def having a conversation about Michael Jordan? You know, what you can see on the webisodes on BlackRock.com.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I just thought it was important for the culture to see that.
Definitely. It definitely.
To see that. I mean, Mos Def and Jim Jones on the cover of Relic magazine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Relic magazine. That's a rock and roll magazine. They never had rap. They never respected it enough to have a rapper on there.
Mm.
So for us to do something that's credible, they feel like, you know, this translates to rock and roll, which to me is timeless. You know, I felt like, you know, that was exactly what I wanted to accomplish.
Definitely. And yeah, you are seeing the collabs, especially in the webisodes. Like you mentioned, we got Jim Jones and Mos Def on there. And who else do we? I seen a bunch of people in there. Who else we got on the album, man?
I mean, you got RZA, you got Raekwon, you got Pharoah Monch, you got Q-Tip, you got Billy Dance from MOP. You got No from Jim Jones's camp. You got Jim Jones. You got Nicole Ray. You know, I don't know if I missed anybody. I probably did, but yeah, we got a lot of people, man. We got a lot of good, credible people and good rappers, real lyricists. You know, nothing about anything commercial. Don't even try to find a single, just rap. And that's what they did. I was real happy with everybody.
Got you. And of course, were all the recordings done together, or were some people sent in verses, or was it just everyone was in the studio vibing?
We had to be in the studio. We didn't even get a chance. Good, how you doing? Hold on a minute. Go ahead. I'll be back. Every record was done right then and there, spontaneous. No artists heard a record before they rap. Like, you know, when like we sent it to them, they would just come in and we would do it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we filmed it. So what you saw is exactly what happened. There wasn't no doctoring, no sending rap. You got to come in there, hear a beat, pick one out, jump on that. You get up out of there so you can make room for the next person to come through.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So that's the part that I was loving.
Definitely. And of course, there are the webisodes you said, and the first video that came out that was introducing the project, it kind of looked documentary-ish. And is there going to be a video showing like a complete series of the whole process of the making of the album, or are we just going to get bits and pieces?
Now, my man Jonah made a whole movie from it, so you'll be able to see it in its entirety. And, you know, we want to go the festival route with it first just to see, because it looks like a piece of art. It's real good. Again, I'm proud of it. So, yeah, there will be a movie component to it as well. Got you. And, of course, you had mentioned earlier that there wasn't an aim to make any singles just for cats who have the passion for the music and our lyricists to come together and make music. But is there going to be any videos for certain songs or anything like that we can expect, or are you just going to keep it strictly audio? I mean, you know, again, we give you a good visual, and we actually did make a video, but we just took elements of what we had already shot and put it together. You know, at some point, who knows what we do or feel, it just depends on how we're motivated.